live?
Yes, I believe
Okay,
so.
we'd like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Facebook Live at noon. We're a little bit frazzled, but for those of you who are used to us, you're used to that. So I've got a couple of demos real quick because we're kind of at that point for the week where we are going to do whatever we're working on is what we're going to demo. So you might have seen some of this before. It's kind of like just a little refresher to get caught up with. Hopefully what I'm hoping is that I can get some samples finally finished and out the door, or hanging up actually, so that we can move on to new fun ideas and new techniques. I do have my sales rep is getting ready to, my sales rep is finding new projects for us. So she was going to be demoing on Monday here at the shop, but we are having, and I'm sure you're going to start seeing this everywhere, we're having a huge issue getting things shipped in a timely fashion. So we're trying to plan even more ahead than normal so that we can have the product in store before we demo it in an ideal world. But I think at this point, everybody just has to be flexible and we just got to roll with whatever. So I figure as long as we keep creative and we keep making things, we'll survive. So the first thing I want to show you is, and if you've been watching, is our Christmas tree that we're making out of the Kanzashi flowers. So the purple petal maker is the one that I'm using. And I already pre-cut all of my circles. So what I did is and Diana Hensley, she gave us this tip on Sunday to measure the width of your Kanzashi maker, but the same would be true if you're doing a yo-yo maker. You're going to measure the width of it so that you can cut the strips and then you don't have as much waste. Okay, wait, I see lots of things scrolling on here. Wait, let me go back. Hi, Jody. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Diana. Hi, Carolyn. Thank you, Cindy. I'm going to try. All right. And Luis, you got home quick. You were just here. Hi, Fran. Hi, Janice. Hi, Ann. We missed you, Ann, yesterday during our Zoom. Hopefully everything is good. And we've got a few new people. So if you're new to this, we do Facebook Lives every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Even when we're out of town, we take you with us, and you just kind of get to, we're not paid for professionals, and we don't have a whole crew setting us up, so we just get on camera and smile and everything's done for us. So we kind of take you through the process and the adventure of whatever we're working on at the time. And if you have something that you would like demoed, or you have a technique you would like to demo yourself, please feel free to tell us and we will bring you on with us, or we'll demo it for you. So today I've just got a couple. I'm just going to re-show the Kanzashi maker in case you've missed it. You can make a bunch of these petals and turn them into a flower. Like, you can stay there. I'm just going to see if I can find one.
And Linda Meyer wanted to know if you got her order, her thread order.
I did, Ann. It's already in your package. It's just waiting to ship to you. Okay, so I'm going to show you so you can pull all of these petals that I'm demoing, you can pull them together to create a flower. And the Kanzashi maker comes, I don't know, I think there's like 10 different ones. So if you wanted to make a flower, you could put a button here, put it on your clothes, you can put it on a tote bag, you can make it for a little kid and put it in their hair. The options are limitless. It'd be cute on a pillow. So I'm going to show you how easy it is, because a lot of you have bought the Kanzashi makers, but then now you don't know what to do with them. So you want a bigger needle. So I've got a John James like long darner here, probably a number 7. It has a big eye, but it's super thin and sharp. One of my favorite needles. I actually use it all the time. And then I'm going to show you, because everybody loves this knot. Are you up close enough to see the knot? So I'm going to put my thread right here on my finger. I'm going to wrap it around 3 times. and then I'm going to pull it in between my two fingers and hold it tight, and then you have the perfect little knot every time. Probably like a colonial knot, Peggy, except for not in the fabric. So then I'm going to take, your Kanzashi maker is going to say number 1 start, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going to go in at number 1, where it says start, go in there, and then you're going to go down at 2, then up at 3. You don't want to go around. Roger's telling me to hold it somewhere different.
Well,
what?
You're all over the
What's
place.
this mean?
I can't keep up with you.
Oh, okay. I'll try to go slower. So what you want to not do is wrap this around your maker, okay? So you're going to go just into the holes where it has the number, and then down at 5, and then up at 6, down at 7. Diana Hensley, you've made a bunch of these. Do you have any tips or tricks? The only thing I really recommend is that you have a button carpet and craft thread or a quilting thread, some kind of thicker thread, because when you open this up, you are going to, look I think I did what I said not to do. Oh my gosh, look, I've never done this, of course, except for on camera. So here at Fabric Chicks, we like to teach you what not to do. So I totally sewed my Kanzashi maker together. So that's what not to do. Okay, here, I'm going to pay attention this time. It's hard to talk and chew gum. Okay. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Debbie. We missed you yesterday, Debbie, but I know things come up in life. Okay, so we're going to try this again where I'm paying attention. So I've got my circle fabric, and I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to put it in my Kanzashi maker. Except for it's really hard for me to stay focused because I'm like a squirrel. So I'm going to tell you, join us on Wednesday at 2 o'clock on the Quilt Sew Reno, Quilt Sew Craft Festival website at 2 o'clock. We've got 4 fabulous vendors that we're going to be interviewing. Okay, so I'm going to look for 1 start.
You going to show them how to make that knot again?
Oh, well, most of my people have seen this knot 1,000 times. Okay, here's the knot, girls. You're going to hold the fabric here on your finger. You're going to wrap it around 2 or 3 times, depending on how big you want the knot, and then you pull it closed. See? There you have the perfect knot every time. So I'm going to start here where it says 1 start, and then I'm going to come to 2, and then down at 3. You have to come the same side of where you went down or up. It really is much more simple than I just made it look like. And then the styrofoam tree, I think Christy got it for me at Michael's. And I'm actually using glue and Fabric Fusion glue, Aleene's, and pins. So because I want it to last forever. So then once you get to 8 finish, you just pull it out. And then you just pull this tight like this so that you have a cute little petal. And if I was going to make a flower, I would just keep making them on this string. But I want them individual so that I can put them on the foam wherever I want to put them. Okay, so then I'm just tying a little square knot, I think is what it is, although it could just be a Beth knot. I'm tying that there, and then I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to throw it in my bag because you're going to need a bazillion of these. So far, I think I've pretty much used a ½ yard of fabric, and I'm not very far. And of course, I thought a ½ yard would be plenty. And so now, I don't have that exact color anymore. So I'm mixing in 2 different fabrics to help remedy the situation. So if you've followed us for any amount of time, you know that we just roll with it, and if we make a mistake, we figure out how to fix it. Nothing is really life-threatening, although I did read an article this morning in Quilter's newsletter from like 2010 or something, and the gal said that was using the little last piece of her fabric because she didn't measure it right, and she had to add this tiny little like 1/4 inch border around each of her blocks to make it the right size. And then as she was cutting the borders to put around the blocks, she used the wrong side of her ruler. So instead of it being 9 inches, it was only 5 inches. And she said she let out a blood-curdling yell. And her son came running in thinking she'd like chopped her hand off with a rotary cutter or something. And she like panicked, thought it was like the end of the world. And I'm going to tell you, don't ever panic. Nothing is the end of the world. We don't do anything that's that important. You can always just get another piece of fabric or make them different. Or what she actually ended up doing was sewing the 2 pieces back together and then appliquing over it. So, like I always tell you, you can put a butterfly on it. You can always fix anything. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Because what we do for fun. So, so that's my little lecture on that. So if you have any questions about the Christmas tree Kanzashi makers, you can put them in the comments. If you're new, I usually go back in the evenings and watch it and answer them. Then our second demo, because we're trying personally to get ready to go for Thanksgiving to be with our family. So, so we're in the shop just trying to get orders out from Friday's sale. So I am working here on one of the Diamond Art pencil boxes. If you saw, Amy demoed it for us a couple of weeks ago, but for those of you who didn't join us, I'm going to show you. Diamond Art is kind of like paint by number, and we have the covers of, we have journals that you can bedazzle the covers of the journals, but we just got the pencil boxes back in, so we have several designs. This, and I don't know how good it's showing there, Roger. Do you want me to come closer to you?
I thought it was showing pretty good. But
so this one is box 3. So if you want anything, you can just put it in the comments. We probably will not ship it till next week, unless you want it you won't get it for Thanksgiving. So if you want it ASAP, just put it in the comments and we'll get it out this week. Otherwise, we'll put it in your 1st of December's orders. So this one is pencil box 3. They're $14. And this one is pencil box 2. It's kind of fun when we get new shipments in. And this one is pencil box 4. So if you're new, you can always go back and rewatch these to see if there's something you want, or you can just put it in the comments. We try to stay on top of the comments. Although, Roger, are you getting any comments right now?
Lots of them, if you want to call them comments.
Yeah, I don't have any comments. What do you have?
Starting from when?
From whatever I didn't answer. Start from the beginning. You should always be reading me my comments. So if our technology is very twisted, I guess. So on my phone, it just tells me who's watching, and I can bring you on live sometimes.
Well, ladies, you can't get a word in edgewise when she's talking. But anyway.
Diana, I do need a smaller cone. Then I'd be done. Okay, wait, here. If I sign out and then sign back in, I can get your comments, but then I can't get your beginning comments. So Diana says she holds her finger on the bottom of the template to keep the previous flowers straight. Oh, that's because that's her tip for when you're making a flower. So hold it on the previous flower, or on the template, so when you pull it tight, it holds it straight, because it will kind of twist around. Carolyn, I totally did. You just told my secret. So the first time when I screwed it up, I put the number, I saw number 1, but I think I didn't pay attention to the start and finish. So you definitely want to pay attention. It says 1 start and 8 finish. So pay attention to that. So put your needle in where it says start. Otherwise, you'll have to redo it like I did. Okay. Hey, Anna, how are you? Are you feeling better? Carolyn, I thought a half a yard would be plenty for this. But look, a half a yard wasn't even 3 rows. But I did pull some of these off so that I could disperse them throughout so it doesn't look like I totally messed it up. Peggy got the pencil box. She loves it. Mary Lou can pick her stuff up next week. Okay, perfect, Mary Lou. Don't come in this week. I will be here though, like on I don't know where we're staying has internet, so I might have to come down to the shop to do the lives, but we're only like 20 minutes away. Hey Lynn, how are you? Enjoy those grandbabies. Okay. So I'm going to demo real quick. Roger, you're going to want to get close because nobody wants to miss this. So we did go to dinner last night, and while we were at dinner, I made everybody there do diamond art or Kanzashi flowers because there's no point in wasting time, and I needed stuff for a new sample. So what I'm doing is I'm bedazzling the pencil box, and I'm on Gracie did this one, so there's like beads misappropriated all over in here. So I'm on number 9, and it says right on here on the plastic bag, number 9. So I'm going to put some of these in my little container. I didn't want to make my hole too big because I don't want them to get everywhere. So every one of these little kits will come with a little piece of wax. Make sure, the first time I did it, I kept pushing this in here and it wasn't working. There is a little tiny piece of wax that you have to pull off. So remember to pull off the wax, otherwise you're going to get frustrated like I did the first time. So you girls can learn from my experiences. So then you just put your little wand and you just put the numbers. The wax, you don't have to put wax in it every time. And if it doesn't go, oops, that one I don't think wanted to play. Okay, so you can see here, can you see the number 9 here? So we filled in everything else and we're just working on number 9. So it's super easy. You only have to dip your wand in wax once in a blue moon, and then you just tap it. When you're all done, you're going to spray it with a clear sealant. You can get it at Napa Auto Parts. You can get it at Michael's. Pretty much anywhere has a clear sealant, acrylic sealant. It's in a spray bottle. So they go together pretty quick. If you're doing the full ones with the square beads, you're going to want a sketch light underneath it to illuminate your numbers. But so just in this quick period of time, I just did all these little blue ones. So it goes together pretty quick. It's something you can do when you're visiting with the relatives, but you don't want to not have anything to do. You want to keep your hands busy. This is perfect for that. And then if you open these up, the pencil boxes, your pencils can go here, and then there's another one here. I think it'd be fun to put my threads in it. So that's that. Does anybody have any questions about that?
I don't see any.
Okay. And then, here, I'm going to Okay, Rondi, I don't think that there's going to be any snow. I'm hoping. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I know I can't complain too much. My cone was free. Christy donated it to me, so I had to use it. You know, don't lick a gift horse in the mouth. But it does take a lot more fabric than you expect. So far, like that is what a half a yard looks like. But I think it's going to be fun to decorate it with some embellishments and different things. And then the last thing I wanted to show you real quick and is the Sashers that a lot of you bought before. Because a lot of times we buy stuff and then we get it at home and we don't know what to do with it. So just a recap of what you can do with those Sashers you bought, or if you didn't buy them, you might want to buy them. And you can always comment and let us know. And then the other thing before I forget, okay, we're going over to the iron. The other thing before I forget is Friday at 2, I'm going to be interviewing Linda McGeehee from Geese. She's going to be talking about the Vest Challenge, and also she's going to be demonstrating a bunch of different techniques for embellishing. And the embellishing is great, even if you're not making a vest. It's great for tote bags. It's great for quilts. It's pretty much anything you can embellish on, you can use her techniques. So if you want to follow me over to the iron, I was going to demo for those of you who are new, because we always need a reminder on how to do bindings. So I was trying to get ready. I was trying to get ready and put this binding on here so I could show you the closure. But what I'll do is later when I actually get to it, I was trying to get it done so I'd have something to do when I'm visiting with my mother tonight. But what I'll do is when I actually sew it on, I'll just do another live sometime this afternoon. But you can always go back and watch it if you're not there right when I do it. But that way it will show you, because a lot of us, we don't do bindings frequently enough to remember how to do it. So you just kind of need a little reminder. But with the Sashers, so this is the Sasher. It's great for a while there we couldn't get them because everybody was using them to make the bias for the masks. So they're back in stock, but I'm going to use the 1 1/4 inch one to make my binding. So I've never used them till today, but I'm going to say I do love it, because what you do is I took my I cut these 2 1/4 inch, I believe. Let me see. 2 1/2. Okay, so these were cut 2 1/2. And if you enter quilts into shows, you probably want to cut your binding like 1 7/8 or 2 inches at the most. But most of us regular people, we cut our bindings at 2 1/2 inches because it's easier to fold over so that when you're hand stitching, you cover your stitch line. I personally, I like mine cut at 2 1/4, but somebody already cut this for me, so I'm not complaining. So what you do is you just slide this into your sasher like this. You would just put it in like this and then pull it out, kind of like a belt, right? So that one's a little bit too big. So the one I have on here is the one we need. And then it's heat resistant so that you can just butt your binding right up to it. So it's actually folding my binding for me, so I'm not having to worry about getting it exactly where I need it. And I did not do this in advance, but I like to press my seams open. So I'm going to press my seams open. That way it just distributes the bulk for you. And then we're going to, and I don't know.
Move your hand. Can you move your hand?
I can, but I have to have it here to iron.
Okay.
Okay. You got any comments? So you know how you all put off bindings because it's just kind of a pain in the rear end? This will make your job so much quicker. And it just holds it and irons it. And have any of you that have gotten the Sashers, have you used it for anything besides binding? Do you have any comments?
No, honey.
Okay. All right.
Good job on the binding. Thank you, Miss Jenkins.
Lynn doesn't even know what binding is. So some of you, when you finish, so we all like to do our favorite part of quilt making. So I actually love to do bindings because it's kind of like that mindless thing, kind of like diamond art. You just can sit down and do it. You don't have to think. You don't have to make choices. But some of you, I won't mention any names, just have your long armor put your bindings on for you, which makes your life so much easier. I wish I had a long armor that would sew my bindings on. Now, I actually do enjoy it. Okay, so if you're just joining, hi, Mary. Mary, don't show up today unless you're going to show up right now because we're going to be closed the rest of the week. So if you have stuff that you need to come in and get, we're not going to be open till next Monday. Although we might have to come down and do our lives on Wednesday and Friday here because I'm not sure what the internet access is up at the place that we're staying. So this is, and Trish just joined. Hi, Trish. Hope you're feeling better. This is the sasher that Trisha demoed for us. So it's super good, easy. It's heat resistant, so you can just push it with your iron. In the olden days, before the Sashers, like last week, I would get my fingers right up under there and then sometimes burn myself. So this is kind of nice because it is a little added protection. And look at how easy it's going. And I could, if I didn't want to use my wool mat, but I want to use my wool mat because it gets a better crease here. But if I didn't want to use my wool mat and I just used the ironing board, it would go much quicker because I wouldn't have to keep moving. Okay, and then I'm at the end, so I'm just going to take this off, and because I'm so responsible, I'm going to put it right back here where it belongs instead of throwing it on the table and losing it. Did you just grunt?
I was thinking out loud.
Okay, so now look at my binding is all ready. Do you have any comments?
Love Dashers. Did one for stems.
Oh, who's thinking stems?
And Lindemeyer.
Oh, perfect. And post a picture of what you're working on. So are you using them to make stems for applique? Like on a flower or something?
Carolyn Gavinich wants to know if you've mailed out boxes yet.
Carolyn Gavinich, yes, we did, except for not to you. I'm not sure why we didn't mail yours out because it's big. It could be that we're waiting on extender.
Yep, missing that.
Okay, so yours, Carolyn, we're only waiting on the extender. So if you want, I'll put it in the mail to you, and then we'll just send you the extender next week. I do know that the extender is supposed to be being mailed to me today. So, so we will just send out your box and then put the extender in your new box for next Friday. So next Friday we do have, what were we doing? Oh. So every purchase next Friday, well, and I haven't told Christy, so hopefully she's listening so she can put it on Instagram. But every purchase the first Friday in December is going to get a yard of all of these glittery ribbons. We thought that might be fun for you to decorate something for the holidays. So every purchase is getting one of these free on our Friday celebration. And then we're also going to do 2 $75 gift certificates for sharing. So be sure you share with your mother, your sister, your quilt guild, all your friends, because if you're watching this and you haven't told your friends about it and they find out, they might be upset with you. So make sure you share with everybody you know. Otherwise, that's all I have for right now. Do you have any other comments, Roger? He's thinking about it.
Oh, lots of them. I don't know what happened.
Oh, dear. I think he fell asleep at the job. Barbara Birmingham, you would like 2 boxes of what? Oh, 2 of the pencil boxes? I will post photos of them so you can tell me which ones you want.
And Lindemeyer put a sasher in my order to make stems.
I think they're going to make perfect stems. So I'll demo. I have I have a Baltimore quilt upstairs where I needed lots of biases for the flowers and the wreaths. So I'll demo that again maybe next week.
Connie Wiggins says hi to both of us. Carolyn, that would be good if you'd send it out. I can wait on the extender. Peggy Gatto, love the ribbon. Rhonda Reeves, who won the gift certificates from the craft thing?
Oh my gosh, that is such, that was our very first one. So we're still trying to work out a few of the kinks. So I went and watched the comments, and I know there were a ton of you that commented. So I'll go back and write down everybody. I think that they were trying to figure out if they could put the names into like a Wheel of Fortune kind of thing where it just randomly drew names or something. But I think that I just surprised them because, you know, I just do things out of order and out of sequence and without permission. So I'll have to probably go do that manually before Wednesday, but I'll announce it on Wednesday. I will for surely do it before Wednesday so I can announce it on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. So stay tuned, 2 o'clock, to know who won the gift certificates from last week.
Carolyn says thanks for the ribbons in advance.
You're welcome.
And Linda Myers, $75. Holy moly. Leilani, hi.
Mary Mins, yes. If you get here right at 3 o'clock, I'll stay. No need to rush for me. No, I'd be happy to stay because we are so behind. We're always behind. But we do have, say hello. We do have a new employee. So exciting. All right. So she's been busting her rear end. She came in Saturday and Sunday and today so we could get orders out. And then that's it. Lynn, you missed some posts. You can always go back and watch them. The Sashers are not marked. Oops. They are not marked. So I will get back to you girls about how much the Sashers are. I will get back to you and let you know. And I'll also put them on Friday's sale because I think that we reordered them. I think we've reordered them twice, but we're almost out of them again. So I'll reorder them so I have more of them for Friday. I think it's like the 3rd, whatever the first Friday in December is. Hi, Priscilla. How are you? It's the what?
4th.
It's the 4th. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, that's my birthday, huh?
I know.
Happy
Roger was
birthday,
hoping
That's why she said, oh.
I know.
Trying to figure out what to do
a
for me.
celebration for his birthday on December 4th. Usually I throw him a big surprise party. Like every year I've thrown him a huge surprise party. I don't know how it's a surprise anymore, but somehow he's always surprised. But I don't know. This year we can't really do that. So I don't know what we're going to do. Well, girls, think on it. What can we do for Roger's surprise birthday? All right, so that is all I have. Do you have any other comments before we go?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All right, so join us on Wednesday. We will, Diana says, thanks for coming to work to get all their stuff out.
You're welcome.
Karen, I totally agree with you. That's how I live my life. Always better to beg forgiveness than to ask permission.
She's true. Very true.
And Roger's such a rule follower that he he's still asking permission, and I've already done whatever it was I was going to do. But anyways, so that's all we have for today. We will see you on Wednesday. Hopefully, I'm trying to work out some fabulous surprise for Wednesday at noon, and then we'll also have the Wednesday at 2 on the Quilt Craft Sew Festival Facebook page. But I'll put a link on our page. So mark your calendars for 12 and 2 on Wednesday, and then 12 and 2 on Friday. All right, have a good day and a half or so. See you later. Bye.
Get me back into where I was.